People do not communicate through words alone. Often, a change in the mind appears in the body before it reaches our words. The eyes shift first, the shoulders tighten first, the voice grows thinner, or it suddenly becomes sharp. On the surface, someone may say, "I'm okay," but their body may already be moving through completely different emotional weather. That is why words alone are not enough when we are trying to understand what is happening in a particular moment. A person's current emotional weather may appear first in their expression, gestures, posture, or voice. Words can be carefully chosen. The body often responds before that happens. For example, imagine that someone suddenly covers their mouth during a conversation, or they press their lips tightly together. We might gently wonder, are they holding back something they want to say? Are they trying to contain an emotion that is rising? Is tension building before they speak? A firm, forceful response may be coming forward, or the effort to organize everything through thought may have become too tense. In some situations, this may reflect tension in CP or A. But there is one important rule. Never draw a conclusion from a single movement. Covering the mouth does not automatically mean someone is hiding something. Pressing the lips together does not automatically mean someone is angry. It is not a verdict, it is a clue. Now imagine another scene. Someone leans back. They move toward the edge of the chair. Their feet gradually turn toward the exit. We might wonder, is this situation becoming difficult for them? Are they uncomfortable but trying to stay? Are they beginning to want a way out? This kind of pattern may sometimes appear when AC is responding under pressure. But again, we should not jump to a conclusion. The person may simply be tired. The chair may be uncomfortable. They may just be changing position. Nonverbal signals are not evidence for judging a person. They are supporting signals that help us check what we are hearing in the person's words and seeing in the graph. A careful observer is not someone who judges quickly. A careful observer notices small traces and reads them together with what happened before and after. The reason nonverbal signals matter is simple. Changes in the mind can leak into the body faster than we expect. Words may explain what we think is happening, but the body may reveal the weather of the moment first. So when we listen to a conversation, we also need to notice the face carrying the words. The same "I'm okay" can mean very different things. There is an "I'm okay" spoken by someone who truly feels okay. And there is an "I'm okay" spoken by someone who is struggling but trying to hold everything together. The same is true of the word "no." There can be a calm refusal. There can also be frozen compliance. The sentence alone may not show us the difference. The body can add information that makes the present flow clearer. Imagine someone saying, "I'm okay," but their eyes are on the floor. Their shoulders are tight. Their voice has become quiet. We might gently ask, the words say they're okay, but is the body telling a different story? Now imagine someone else saying the same words. Their gaze is steady. Their breathing is even. Their voice sounds natural. That "I'm okay" feels very different. The words are the same. The body adds different information. That is why we look at nonverbal signals alongside words. We are not trying to guess a person correctly. We are trying to see the flow of the moment more carefully. Now let's shift the direction of our attention. Reading another person's signals is important, but there is something even harder. Seeing the signals coming from my own body. Most of us have trouble observing our own face and voice objectively. I may feel that I spoke calmly. The other person may experience me as cold. I may think I explained something logically, but my brow may already be tense. My voice may have become rigid. There are real-time traces of myself that I do not see clearly. Imagine that I say, "I am not angry," and I genuinely believe it. I think I am simply organizing my thoughts and explaining them, but my face is tense. The ends of my sentences are sharp. My jaw is tight. The other person may receive those signals before they process the meaning of my words. What reaches them may not feel like an explanation. It may feel like an already overheated atmosphere. At that point, the other person's response can become a mirror. I may think I spoke gently, but they pull back. I may believe I was being kind, but they become tense and defensive. That can be uncomfortable. but it is also valuable. A signal I did not know I was sending becomes visible in the other person's response. So learning to read nonverbal signals is not only about analyzing other people. It also means lowering one familiar defense for a moment. I'm not usually like this. Then we can ask, what is my face communicating right now? What kind of atmosphere is my voice creating? Is there a gap between what I intended and what the other person received? When those questions become possible, tuning can begin. There is something we need to be careful about when reading nonverbal signals. It is risky to memorize one gesture as if it always has one meaning. Covering the mouth does not always mean someone is hiding something. Leaning back does not always mean avoidance. Crossing the arms does not always mean defensiveness. The person may simply be cold, they may be tired, they may be concentrating. The same signal can mean different things depending on the person's emotional weather and the surrounding context. So the heart of reading nonverbal signals is not guessing correctly. It is not missing what changed. We notice that a small shift appeared in the body first. Then we carefully ask what that shift may be connected to in the present flow. With this attitude, we stop using facial expressions, posture, and voice as labels. We do not say that person is always like that. Instead, we ask what kind of weather might be passing through this person right now. The same principle applies to ourselves. We do not have to say, why am I like this again? Instead, we can ask, what is my body saying first right now? When the question changes, the way we see the relationship changes too. When we read nonverbal signals, we need two things at the same time. One is a radar. It notices the weather passing through another person by watching their face, posture, and voice. The other is a mirror. It helps me notice what is coming through my own body and way of speaking. With only a radar, I may become good at reading other people while missing myself. With only a mirror, I may become so focused on myself that I miss the flow of the relationship. When both work together, A begins to function like an observation station. A does not remove emotion. A notices first. It observes the signals the other person is sending. It also observes the signals I am sending. At that moment, even in the middle of an emotional whirlpool, we begin to recover a place from which we can observe. The point of this section is clear. Nonverbal signals may be more than small habits. They may be traces left in the body by the emotional weather of the moment. Reading another person's gestures helps us see the relationship more carefully. Accepting our own gestures helps us see parts of ourselves we may have overlooked. And once again, this point matters. Nonverbal signals are not a basis for judging a person. They are supporting signals. They become meaningful when we read them together with words, the situation, graphs, and the flow of the relationship. When we can read these traces, we become less controlled by them. The sooner we notice the signals the body sends first, the sooner we can notice changes in the mind. And from that awareness, we gradually become better able to read and work with the movement of our own mind.